The February election was an election like no other. An election where, for the first time in many years, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni reached out his hand for his nemesis and longtime political rival Kizza Besigye. The handshake, described as symbolic, would however wash away in the murky tides of political disagreement on who won the 2016 election.
As long as people withdraw their cooperation and support, that regime falls. And that is what we are going to continue rallying our people to do, to withdraw their cooperation from these imposters.
If you have got an ideological group and a political orientation, it is easier to do things.
I think it's important for this country to take audits of the issues that has been, coming along since independence to date.
The view is that actually, for countries like ours that are transiting from war to peace, they require a national conference, a national dialogue to discuss major challenges or policy issues that actually could constrain a country from moving forward.
A dialogue that, for now, seems far unlikely.
A national dialogue would have an agenda that identifies those core issues that make us a nation, and we agree on them, we don't touch them. And also leave out some issues which political parties must always say to the citizens in order to be elected in power.
The Interreligious Council sought to arrange a national dialogue between the government and opposition, majorly to address what they termed as the future of Uganda. However, Besigye has set conditions for this dialogue to happen, including among them an audit of the 2016 elections.
National dialogue without having intense pressure from all sections of the population is not likely to yield any beneficial outcomes.
Now, Arthur Bainomjisha, an analyst, says the condition may stall the process and should be considered upon.
Even after elections have taken place in February, there is that clamor that actually we won elections, even when you have a president sworn in and the budget approved and the government implementing the budget. But you also have a government that is also defending the status quo using, of course, the state apparatus, of course, to protect itself.
Komakech Leandro, a former peace advocate turned politician, says the dialogue should be all-encompassing than just the current political standoff.
The most important thing we need to put on the table is governance of this country. And within governance, we need to look at the constitution from when we promulgated to date that is in place. Are we on the correct track? Because we have amended the constitution to the extent that it is almost becoming pieces.
Uganda has tried on many occasions to have a national dialogue on the prevailing political deadlock, but each time the sounding standoff between NRM leader Yoweri Museveni and the leading opposition Dorian Kizza Besigye have stifled the dialogue. Now, analysts are calling on both parties to do it out of statesmanship.
We've worked hard to put this country to where it is. I think we should guard against a relapse into that chaos.
Raymond Mujuni, NTV.